hope despite difficult times. South Minneapolis business owners are looking toward the future after what's been one of the toughest years. And today, some of them talked with our Richard Reeve about the optimism they have moving forward.
Along East Lake Street,
I believe that there's hope.
Hit hard by the riots last spring.
Coming back, the heart and soul, though, is so deep here. I mean, everybody, the community is amazing.
A gathering of hope, belief, and empowerment at the Midtown Global Market.
We're more together than we ever were.
At this pop-up event for African-American entrepreneurs,
You go there, you can download it for the kids.
the authors, artists, and small business owners aren't just selling their work, but ideas to build a better future.
We are all trying to work together and build our businesses up. And it's setting a great example for the children that are coming up and seeing this from their parents, from us as a community.
2020 had more than its share of hardship for the Metro. The pandemic, the death of George Floyd, and the riots that followed.
And we were handing out quite a few of these books that you see on the table to kids at protests and at, the George Floyd site.
Children's author Crown Shepherd began a campaign to get books to children of color with characters that reflected themselves.
And they're just in the middle of the street reading a black book, and just their faces light up because it's like all this turmoil is around them, but then they have this thing where they can feel seen and be represented.
And then there's Shanae O'Neill.
Let's get a really cute, unique, cheap, but fashionable line coming for the little girls.
A restaurant server for several years, she started a girls' clothing line last November in the middle of the pandemic called Rain Love after her cousin. She started a boys' line too.
The pandemic isn't going to happen forever, so when we get out of this, we need the kids to know that after this, they're pretty and they rock.
You likely have noticed a theme here. Many vendors marketing toward children and their families.
They're our future. So if our future doesn't see the bright picture of it, then how are we going to get past it? How are we going to get through this?
A new season and new beginnings after a difficult year.
The message is that there's always hope. That, we got to fight, but there's always a brighter light at the end of the tunnel.
Now, today's event was in recognition of World Day of Social Justice, a time for frank talk about issues like poverty, gender equality, unemployment, and human rights. Crown Shepherd says she sold about 2,000 of her books and has given away hundreds more. Jacqui Ward, marketing a clothing line at her home, has sold about 500 items of apparel, both women showing no signs of slowing down. In the newsroom, Richard Reeve, 5 Eyewitness News.